as part of the Ennead, or the Nine Gods of Heliopolis, the Egyptian sky goddess Nut, daughter of Shu, god of the air, and Tefnut, goddess of moisture, and sister and wife of Geb, the earth god, is critical to the Egyptian creation myth. The Ennead is composed of Atum, god of Heliopolis, at times also Ra, the sun god, who created Shu and Tefnut, Nut, Geb and their 4 children, the deity twins Osiris and Isis, and Set and Nephis. According to mythology, Nut and Geb embraced so tightly that they could not be separated, and nothing was able to exist between earth and sky. Nut was unable to bear her and Geb's children, so Shu separated the two, and, with assistance from other gods, Shu held Nut high above the earth so things could live in between the earth and sky and breathe air. In another version of the creation story, Nut and Geb were twins, and Nut's husband was Ra, the sun god. Nut and Geb slept with each other, which angered Ra, so he separated them with the help of Shu, who supported Nut and forbade her to bear children during the year. Ra, the sun god, was the second to rule the world, according to the reign of the gods. He decreed, Nut shall not give birth any day of the year. At that time, the year was only 360 days. Nut spoke to Thoth, the god of wisdom, and he had a plan. Thoth gambled with Khonsu, the god of the moon, whose light rivaled that of Ra's. Every time Khonsu lost, he had to give Nut a piece of his moonlight. Khonsu lost so many times that Nut had enough moonlight to make 5 extra days. Since these were not part of the year, Nut could have her children. She had 5 children on each of the 5 days. Osiris, later ruler of the gods and then god of the dead. Horus the elder, god of war. Set, god of discord and the desert. Isis, goddess of magic. And Nephis, goddess of water. When Ra found out, he was furious. He separated Nut from her husband Geb for eternity. Her father Shu was given the job to keep them apart. Nevertheless, Nut did not regret her decision. Nut in Egyptian religion is a goddess of the sky, vault of the heavens, often depicted as a woman arched over the earth god Geb. Most cultures of regions where there is rain personify the sky as masculine, the rain being the seed which fructifies Mother Earth. In Egypt, however, rain plays no role in fertility. All the useful water is on the earth, from the Nile River. Egyptian religion is unique in the genders of its deities of earth and sky. As goddess of the sky, Nut swallowed the sun in the evening and gave birth to it again in the morning. Nut is unique in that she is the only known female sky deity. Since the Egyptian word for sky is feminine, and sky is masculine in most other cultures with known deities, Nut is usually represented as a nude woman with her body stretched across the sky, with only her fingers and toes supported by the earth. Sometimes, Nut is represented as a sow, and Ra, the sun god, is represented as the calf that she bore daily. Some accounts state this representation is because she wanted to swallow all her children, possibly all the stars, and a sow is known for eating its young. Other versions simply say she was the celestial cow, a sow with stars covering or inside her body. Susan Tower Hollis, in Women of Ancient Egypt and the Sky Goddess Nut, explains that, unlike masculine sky deities, Nut does not simply support the sky. Nut also served as a mother goddess. She gave birth to deities, and whether represented as a sow or a woman, she gave birth to the sun and stars each morning. It appears, based upon different versions of stories and various forms by which Nut is depicted, that Nut served different purposes at different times throughout ancient Egyptian history. Nut was the goddess of the sky and all heavenly bodies, symbolizing the protection of the dead as they entered the afterlife. According to the Egyptians, during the day, the heavenly bodies such as the sun and moon would move across her body. At dusk, they would be swallowed, pass through her belly during the night, and be reborn at dawn. Nut also represented the barrier separating the forces of chaos from the ordered cosmos in the world. She was depicted as a woman arched on her toes and fingertips over the earth, with her body portrayed as a star-filled sky. It was believed that Nut's fingers and toes touched the 4 cardinal points, or directions of north, south, east, and west. Due to her role in saving Osiris, Nut was seen as a friend and protector of the dead. They appealed to her similar to how a child appeals to its mother, asking, "Oh, my mother Nut, stretch yourself over me, that I may be placed among the imperishable stars which are in you, and that I may not die." Nut was thought to draw the dead into her star-filled sky and refresh them with food and wine, saying, "I am Nut, and I have come so that I may enfold and protect you from all things evil." She was often painted on the inside lid of the sarcophagus, protecting the deceased. The vaults of tombs were often painted dark blue, with many stars as a representation of Nut. The Book of the Dead says, "Hail thou sycamore tree of the goddess Nut. Give me of the water and of the air which is in thee. I embrace that throne which is in Unu, and I keep guard over the egg of Nekeka. It flourisheth as I flourish, it liveth as I live. It snuffeth the air, and I snuff the air. I, the Osiris Ani, whose word is truth, in peace." In Egyptian mythology, Veronica Ion states that Nut was a universal mother goddess to early Egyptians and mother of the sun Ra. Hollis and other sources also support this, noting inscriptions in pyramids attesting to the belief that Nut was mother to Ra and bore him daily. In addition, states Hollis and others, Nut served as a protector of the dead and provided air, meat, and drink to those in the underworld. Inscriptions of her have been found inside royal tombs and coffin lids. According to Anthony S. Mercadante, in Who's Who in Egyptian Mythology, Nut's image in Egyptian art is often a woman balancing a jug on her head, holding a papyrus scepter in one hand and an ankh, a symbol of eternal life, in the other. Ion states that the jug is also thought to represent a womb, reinforcing the image of Nut as a universal mother. From pre-dynasty times to as late as the 19th dynasty, reference to Nut is found in mythology, in tombs, on papyrus, and on royal sarcophagi. Though Hollis references the cult of Nut, she acknowledges few sacred structures or priests of such a cult, stating any offerings likely were as a goddess of the dead. Pascal Vernus, in The Gods of Ancient Egypt, notes that trees often were believed to be inhabited by gods because they bore fruit and provided shade. He alludes to Nut being associated with a tree, depicted in front of a tree, in 2 representations of Nut offering food and drink to the dead. Mercadante expands upon this, stating the sycamore was sacred to Nut, citing a text that reads, "Hail thou sycamore of the goddess Nut, grant thou to me of the water and of the air which dwell in thee. He suggests that Nut's sycamore tree, under which travelers sought refuge from the shade, might have evolved to the sycamore under which the Virgin Mary rested en route to Egypt with Joseph and the infant Jesus. There seems to be no revitalization of Nut or modern veneration of her, though as a mother goddess and associated with aspects of nature, the sky, its stars, and the sun, what Nut represents has and will continue to be of great importance. If you want to learn far more about Egyptian goddesses, then we have many books for you cycling behind me right now. We also have videos introducing you to other Egyptian goddesses as well as other deities from across multiple pantheons. It's all there for you now on our channel. Thank you so much for watching. A special thank you to our members. You too can also become a member and gain early access to videos just like this one. Just tap that tempting little join button. Subscribe for weekly content, ring the bell to be notified of our videos, and drop us a like if you enjoyed this video. And we will see you next time.